Hello and welcome to the first Connections with Kazee of 2018. I'm Tom Kazee, UWE's president. The first several weeks of 2018 were about as wintry as it ever gets here in Evansville. Following a mixture of ice and snow, which was beautiful to see but created real problems for faculty and staff trying to get to campus, the university closed for several days for everyone's safety. Unfortunately, this also meant that the events planned for Martin Luther King Jr. Day had to be postponed. It was disappointing to have to cancel those events, but the spirit of the day lived on through the theme of respect and compassion for all, a commitment that members of the UE community exemplify every day. A great example of this is University Chaplain Tammy Gisselman and Executive Director of International Programs Wes Milner, who were invited to participate in an international conversation at the United Nations Together Summit in New York City on January 8th and 9th. The summit centered on a globally focused campaign to, quote, promote respect, safety, and dignity of refugees and migrants, end of quote. The goals of the summit were to begin a conversation centered on breaking down barriers, finding solutions to the significant and troubling challenges faced by refugees and migrants, to share positive stories of integration, and to demonstrate how higher education institutions can make a difference on this really important issue. During this summit, partner institutions joined together in a social media campaign that created international reach for the project. Development began on a website that will act as a repository to share best practices for refugee outreach work. And the summit concluded with the creation of a UN Together Action Charter. If you'd like more information on this summit, you can visit together.un.org. In early January, Sharon and I traveled to Florida for the President's Institute of the Council of Independent Colleges. This is an event where presidents from private colleges and universities around the country join to discuss higher education and its opportunities and challenges. It's the largest organization of its kind and does some really terrific work in support of higher ed. In recent years, I've been privileged to serve on the CIC Board of Directors. During this year's Institute, I helped lead a discussion on the current status of immigration laws in this country and how they affect students, faculty, and staff members. We also discussed what approaches private colleges and universities should take to help international students feel safe and welcome, as well as what the university president's role is in overseeing the implementation of the institution's immigration strategy and procedures. My wife Sharon was also in attendance and sat on a panel of other presidential spouses who shared their experiences and advice for serving on boards. Her experiences, while we've been at UE, provide a valuable perspective for other presidential spouses, especially those new to that distinctive role. While we were in Florida, we had the opportunity to attend an alumni event in Naples, Florida, at the home of Paul and Pat Jones, who are tremendous friends and supporters of UE. Though the weather was a little bit cooler than usual in Florida, the event was a wonderful chance for many area alumni to get together for fellowship and an update about the university. And finally, we kicked off this year's season of Fridays at 5 on January the 19th in the Melvin Peterson Gallery with a special faculty recognition event. UE colleagues joined in the gallery for refreshment and conversation and to recognize the great accomplishments of our outstanding faculty. Our faculty consists of artists, scientists, historians, authors, philosophers, and many other talented individuals who have come together to provide a remarkable education for UE students and enhance the Evansville community in countless ways. We're so grateful for everything they do for the University of Evansville. That's all for this edition of Connections with Kazee. I hope you're having a great year so far and staying warm. As always, I look forward to hearing from you. Just drop me a line on Twitter @TomKazee1 or email me at kazee1@evansville.edu. See you next month.